Isabel stood at the party entrance, wearing a gold dress he bought for her. Her heart was full. She smiled, waiting to see the man who said he loved her. But when he walked in, her smile broke. He looked right past her. He laughed with his billionaire friends. He hugged his ex. He acted like she was invisible. She walked closer. He still didn't look at her. Michael? She whispered, touching his arm. He turned, smiled politely, then said, Hi, can I help you? Her hands began to shake. Babe, it's me, Isabel. His face changed, cold, quiet. He looked around like he didn't want to be seen near her. I don't know who you are, he said. Then he walked away. She stood there, frozen. Her ring was still on her finger, the same ring he gave her 2 weeks ago when he proposed, in private, on his knees. Tears fell down Isabel's cheeks. This wasn't just heartbreak. This was betrayal. This was shame. This was being erased. Before we go back to show you how all this started, don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you love deep, powerful stories like this. Now, let's take you back to the moment Isabel met the man who would change her life and break her soul. Isabel was a hardworking woman. She was a nurse, kind, smart, strong. She didn't have to had big dreams. She worked night shifts. She helped people. She took care of her mom. She believed in love, but she didn't expect it. Until one day, Michael walked into her hospital room, not as a patient, as a guest. His friend had been hurt in a small car accident. Michael came to check on him. He was tall, clean, confident. He smiled at Isabel like he'd known her forever. She laughed when he joked. She felt butterflies, real ones. Before he left, he said, I'd like to see you again. She laughed shyly. Are you sure? I've never been more sure, he said. He didn't wear anything flashy, just a simple shirt, a gentle look. She didn't know he was rich. She didn't know he owned businesses around the world. She just knew he made her feel seen. That night, she told her mom, I think I met someone. Their first date was in a quiet cafe. No cameras, no noise. Michael liked it that way. I don't like attention, he said. Isabel liked it too. It felt real. He asked about her work, her childhood, her fears. She shared everything. He listened. He didn't judge. One night he said, I've never felt this safe with someone. Isabel smiled. Me neither. Weeks passed. They started seeing each other every 2 days, always in private, always somewhere quiet. Why don't we go out more? She once asked. He said, it's not safe. People talk too much. I want to protect this. It made sense, but deep inside something felt strange. She ignored it because she loved him. She believed in him. Then one night, he took her to a hill under the stars. He went down on one knee, pulled out a ring, said, be mine, forever. She cried. She said yes. They kissed. They hugged. He whispered, this will be our little secret for now. She didn't know that secret would become a lie. Isabel woke up the next morning with the ring still on her finger. She held it up to the sunlight and smiled. She texted Michael, good morning, fiancé. He replied, good morning, beautiful. Let's keep this quiet just a bit longer, okay? She agreed. She trusted him. He said his business life was complicated. He said the media could ruin everything if they found out too soon. Isabel didn't need fame. She just needed his love. Days turned into weeks. They stayed in. He came over late at night. He never stayed too long. When she asked if she could meet his family, he said, soon. When she asked about his friends, he said, they live in another world, Isabel, a world that wouldn't understand us. She nodded. Even though her heart was whispering, something isn't right. But she stayed. Because love makes people wait, even when they shouldn't. One evening, she cooked him a special dinner. She wore red lipstick, his favorite. He came in, kissed her cheek, and said, I have to go in 10 minutes. Her heart dropped. She tried to smile. Can't you stay longer? Just tonight? He shook his head. I have to be at a friend's birthday, a big one. She smiled again. Can I come with you? Michael's smile faded. Just for a second. Then he said, it's very private, just close friends. But I'm your fiancé, she said softly. I know, he said, but this party isn't the place. I don't want people talking yet. He kissed her quickly and left. She sat alone at the table, food untouched. She stared at her ring. That night, something inside her began to crack. The next day, she found out where the party was, a luxury hotel ballroom in the city. She made a choice. She was going. She was done being his secret. When she walked into that room, she was glowing, until he looked at her like she was a stranger, until he said, I don't know who you are. Isabel couldn't sleep that night. She lay on her bed, fully dressed, staring at the ceiling. The party kept replaying in her mind. His voice echoed in her ears. I don't know who you are. Was it a joke? A test? A mistake? She checked her phone. No texts. No calls. She sent him a message. Michael, why did you say that to me? No reply. The next morning she called. Straight to voicemail. She sat up, her hands shaking. She didn't cry. Not yet. She got up, got dressed, and went to work. Her face smiled, but inside she was empty. At lunch, her friend Keisha asked, Girl, are you okay? Isabel wanted to scream, but she smiled and said, Yeah, just tired. Keisha tilted her head. You sure? You look like somebody broke your whole heart. That was the moment Isabel's tears came. Not loud, not messy, just quiet drops sliding down her cheeks. Keisha held her hand. Talk to me. Isabel told her everything, from the hospital to the private dates, the secret engagement, the party. Keisha was quiet for a long time. Then she said, Girl, something's not right. You need to find out who this man really is. Isabel nodded slowly. She wasn't going to beg. She was going to search. That night, she went online. She searched his name, Michael Ugochukwu. Hundreds of results. He wasn't just rich. He was one of the youngest tech billionaires in the country, owner of 3 companies, investor in 5. He was in magazines, at business summits, red carpets, pictures everywhere. And in most of the photos, he had the same woman by his side. A model, light-skinned, tall, famous, his girlfriend, publicly. The caption on one of the photos read, Power Couple of the Year. Isabel felt sick. She had been the secret. While the world saw someone else as his queen, her hands dropped to her lap. The ring on her finger suddenly felt heavy. She closed her laptop. Her heart was broken. But now, she was also angry. The next day, Isabel made a plan. She wasn't going to sit and cry anymore. She needed answers. She took off work. She didn't tell anyone. She got dressed in simple clothes and tied her hair back. No makeup. No perfume. She didn't want to look pretty. She wanted to be taken seriously. She took a cab to Michael's company building, the tall glass tower she saw online. At the front desk, the receptionist smiled. Good morning. Do you have an appointment? Isabel stood tall. I'm here to see Michael Ugochukwu. Tell him Isabel is here. The woman tapped a few keys, then looked up. I'm sorry, but Mr. Ugochukwu is not taking walk-ins today. I'm not a walk-in, Isabel said. Tell him I'm the woman he proposed to 2 weeks ago. The receptionist blinked. Her smile faded. She picked up the phone and called someone upstairs. Whispered for a moment. Then she said, Please have a seat. Isabel waited. 15 minutes later, a tall man in a suit came down. Miss Isabel? He asked. Yes. Mr. Ugochukwu is in a meeting and won't be able to see you. She stared at him. Then tell him I'm going to the press. The man paused. Excuse me? You heard me, she said. I have photos. Messages. The ring. I won't be silenced. The man cleared his throat. Let me check with him again. 10 minutes later he returned. He'll see you now. Please follow me. They took a private elevator to the top floor. Isabel's heart was beating fast. She didn't know what she would say, but she knew she deserved to be heard. When the door opened, Michael was sitting behind a huge desk. He looked up. His eyes were cold. No smile, no warmth, just a slight nod. You shouldn't have come here, he said. Isabel stepped in. You proposed to me, Michael. He sighed. That was a mistake. A mistake? Her voice cracked. You got down on your knees private, he said. It didn't mean what you think it did. Isabel stepped closer. Then what did it mean? He stood up. It meant I cared for you, but not enough to let you destroy everything I've built. Her mouth dropped open. So I was never enough to be seen with you? You don't understand my world, he said. I have a brand, a public image. I can't just bring anyone into it. Tears filled Isabel's eyes. I wasn't anyone. I was the woman you asked to marry. Michael looked away. Isabel took off the ring and placed it on his desk. I hope your image keeps you warm at night, she said. Then she walked out. Isabel walked out of that office building with tears burning in her eyes. But she didn't let them fall. Not yet. People in the lobby stared at her. She didn't care. She walked outside, breathing hard, heart pounding. Her hands were shaking, but her back stayed straight. She was not going to be broken. Not this time. She called Keisha. He said I'm not good enough, Isabel whispered. Keisha didn't scream or cry. She just said, Girl, we're gonna fix this. I got you. That night, Keisha came over. They sat on the couch, side by side. Isabel showed her everything. Texts, voice notes, photos, videos. Keisha stared at the screen. He thinks he can erase you? She looked at Isabel. We're not letting this slide. Isabel sighed. I don't want to destroy him. I just want people to know the truth. Keisha nodded. Then we tell your story. You control it. But how? Social media, YouTube, TikTok, wherever they listen. Let's talk about love, betrayal, secrets. Let's talk about men like him. Isabel hesitated. I don't want to look bitter. You won't, Keisha said. You'll look brave. They planned the video carefully. Isabel sat by her window the next morning, face bare, voice calm, heart open. She pressed record. Hi, my name is Isabel. I'm a nurse. I'm not a celebrity. I'm just a woman who believed in love, who said yes when the man I loved asked me to marry him. She held up the ring. 2 weeks after this proposal, he told a room full of rich people that he didn't know who I was. She told her story. From the hospital to the heartbreak. She ended with these words. I don't want pity. I want truth. I want women to stop hiding when they are treated like shadows. We deserve to be loved in the light. They posted the video and waited. Within an hour, it started. The video exploded. Within the first hour, it had 10,000 views. By the end of the day, over 1 million. People were shocked, angry, moved. The comments poured in. She spoke with so much grace. My heart broke for her. This man proposed and then denied her? Unforgivable. She's a queen. She deserves better. Other women started sharing similar stories. Stories of being kept in the shadows, of love hidden behind closed doors. #Love Me in the Light started trending. Celebrities reposted Isabel's video. Women's rights activists shared it. Even some journalists picked it up. And then, the bloggers found out who the man was. They matched timelines. They found old photos. They pulled out screenshots. One blogger wrote, he used her, then erased her. The truth behind the tech billionaire's hidden engagement. His name was now tied to betrayal. Not just business. Michael tried to stay silent at first. Then he released a short statement. The video circulating online is a misrepresentation of private moments. I ask for privacy as I deal with this matter. That only made things worse. People weren't buying it. His followers dropped. His sponsors paused deals. His brand began to crack. Meanwhile, Isabel kept quiet. She didn't make more videos. She didn't rant. She didn't fight. She just kept being herself. Honest, calm, real. One day, her hospital called a meeting. She was scared. She thought she might be in trouble. But when she walked in, the entire staff stood up and clapped. Her boss said, "We're proud of you. You spoke not just for yourself, but for many. You're a light." Tears filled her eyes. She had lost a man. But she found her voice. She found her power. And for the first time in a long time, she felt free. Weeks passed. Isabel's video became a movement. Women across the world kept sharing their stories, stories of silence, secrets, and strength. People reached out to her. Podcasts invited her. TV shows wanted to interview her. But Isabel stayed quiet. She had said what she needed to say. Now, she just wanted peace. One afternoon, she got a message request on Instagram. It was from Michael. She stared at it for a long time. She almost deleted it. But then, she opened it. It read, I messed up. I lost something real. I thought I was protecting myself, but I hurt you. I hope one day you'll forgive me. I just wanted you to know. I still think about you. She read it twice. Then she closed her phone. No reply. She didn't need closure from him. She had already closed that door herself. Instead, Isabel focused on her life. She started a YouTube channel, Isabel Speaks. She didn't talk about him. She talked about healing, about self-worth, about how love should never be hidden. Her first video said, don't chase people who hide you. Don't beg to be seen. If someone can't love you in the light, let them go. You are not a secret. You are a story worth telling. Her channel grew fast. Women thanked her. Men listened and learned. And slowly, Isabel began to smile again, a real smile. She met new people, not in secret, not in shame. She wore her scars like armor. Not everyone could see her pain, but those who did respected her more. One day, she walked into a bookstore and saw a little girl staring at her. You're the lady from the video, the girl said. Isabel smiled. Yes, I am. My mom said you're brave, the girl whispered. Isabel knelt down, and so are you. Because in the end, Isabel didn't just find herself, she helped others find their voice too. And that was the love story that truly mattered. But just when everyone thought the story had ended, something strange happened. One quiet evening, Isabel received a letter. Not an email. Not a DM. A real letter, hand delivered to her door in a plain white envelope. No name on it. Inside was a photo of her and Michael the night he proposed. They were laughing. Her hand was on his cheek. His eyes were full of love. On the back of the photo in Michael's handwriting were just 5 words: I never stopped loving you. No return address, no explanation. Isabel stared at the photo for a long time. Then she picked up her lighter and burned it. She let the ashes fall into the sink. Because love without respect is not love. Because truth is louder than apology. Because sometimes the most powerful I love you is the one you say to yourself. And as the smoke disappeared into the air, Isabel whispered, Goodbye, Michael. She turned off the lights and walked into her future, bold, free, and finally,